His MVP. Golf swing, right field. Forget about it. Rangers strike first. Goes after the first one. Drills a high fly ball. Left center field. This game is tied. From Javier. Seager hits a high fly ball. Deep right field. A bomb in the first. Swing. Drive. It's tied. Cody Seager smashes the ball. Down line. Goodbye. Now Seager to right center field. Way back there. It's gone again. Cody Seager does it again. It's Rangers win the World Series. The Willie Mays Most Valuable Player Trophy presented by Chevrolet. Is there any doubt? Corey Seager.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Right on Rangers Live. Coming at you, bottom of the seventh inning. Rangers and D-backs tied up 2-2. Some interesting decisions there in the top of the seventh. We'll get into that in just a second here. Rangers did hold a 2-0 lead for quite some time in this ball game. Jacob Latz, valiant effort from him, got into a little bit of trouble there in the bottom of the sixth inning, walked a couple after getting a quick out. Diamondbacks were able to tie it up after the Rangers brought in Luis Crivello. And Hobie Milner into pitch right now, trying to keep it right where it is, 2-2 ball game. And Barossa up to bat, 0 for 2 on the night. It'll be Barossa, Lawler, and then Ketel Marte. If anybody gets on, Perdomo. Really interesting decision there. I really wasn't sure what they were going to do when Josh Smith came up there. I know Josh had a single to lead off the ball game, but lefty, I'm sorry. I like my chances a little bit better with one of the righties. Even if they did bring in a righty, you bring in Berger and they immediately go righty. I like righty with Berger better than lefty with Smith. Like it way better. Now, Jared Sandler, I think he's maybe trying to be nice there. Just throw out any possible scenario. Jared's idea was maybe that they're trying to save the bullets for a little bit later on in the game. I personally probably put in Berger right there. Single right now, Hobie Milner gives it up right away, and the Diamondbacks are in business. Nobody out. Runner on first now. Barossa sends one on a ground ball through the infield into the outfield, right between third base and short. Went down and got that one. And Hobie is going to be working himself out of a hole to start right now. Yeah, look, the double plays were a little bit ridiculous. Natalie, you kind of made that point too. The double plays today, just a ridiculous amount. What, 3 or 4 today? 3 or 4 DPs today? Just not good. Not good at all. Do I play fantasy football? Yeah, but I got to be honest, guys, with everything that I got going, I used to be a lot more invested in fantasy. Even in the leagues where I pay a little bit more money, of late, it's just been hard to be as locked in. I got the Right on Rangers shows. I got the Cowboys shows, Longhorns shows, trying to make content for all 3 teams. It's just tough. So I got to say, I like fantasy football, but I'm not as attached to it as I once was. Hobie Milner's getting himself in trouble here. This is not good to start out this inning. Another base knock right in between short and third, almost a carbon copy. And now we are going to bring up Ketel Marte. Not ideal. Jordan Lawler continues the hit parade. Ketel Marte, 1 for 3 on the day. I believe he does have a walk as well. No, does not have a walk, but 1 for 3 on the day. Marte, 290 with a 918 OPS. Got to be careful here, Hobie. Got to be careful. Next 2 hitters are switch hitters, by the way. So the Rangers will have to decide, kind of pick their poison a little bit. Would you rather have Marte from the left or from the right? Same thing with Perdomo. Strike 1, though. Yeah, Marte obviously had a great series in Arlington. Definitely a home run yesterday. He's been hitting the ball decent here, and looks like he is going to get the Diamondbacks on the board. That ball is ripped out to left, and it is gone. 3-run bomb. Thought maybe he was going to hit the wall. Thought maybe it would hit the wall, but not to be. That ball gets over the fence, and the Rangers are down 5-2. Hobie Milner, man, he has been nails all season long, but I must say the magic is fading a little bit here of late. I'm not saying Hobie's washed, but feels like Hobie has just not quite had it over the last few ball games. Agree? Disagree? Feels like Hobie has just not quite been on his last few outings. I'm going to look at the numbers. Let's take the truth serum here. 9.64 ERA over his last 7 games. 9.64 ERA over his last 7 games. My goodness. I didn't realize it was that bad. And that might be without the home run that was hit tonight. That very well may be. That 9+ ERA might be without the home run. I'm looking on MLB.com right now. Not sure if they already added that in. Pretty bad stuff for Hobie. Just not ideal. He is going to get left out there. I just don't think they were imagining this quick of a melt from him. He has not gotten it out yet. 3 straight hits, and he's not done yet. Perdomo up, number 2 hitter for the D-backs, and then you got 3, 4, 5 coming up next. For anybody coming in, 5-2 Diamondbacks. Perdomo's going to lay down a bunt here. He's going to have to come back. That ball is foul. Look, to Ketel Marte's credit and to give Hobie Milner a little bit of grace, that was not necessarily the best pitch. Marte went down and got it. It did catch a lot of the heart of the plate, but it was probably about 4 inches below the zone. I mean, Marte had to go down and get that one. Still, Hobie Milner, not been good of late. Really unfortunate. He has just been absolute nails for a majority of this season and just losing a little bit of touch here at the worst possible time. We keep rolling. Ground ball up the middle. Smith is going to be there. And look, how big does the decision last inning loom? How big does not putting in Jake Burger loom? Allowing Josh Smith to go lefty-lefty? I mentioned that right when the show started. I really did not get that move by Bochy. You had first and second, 1 out. And yeah, you got 2 outs when Josh Smith comes up. Really did not understand why you're not putting in Burger there. I'd much rather have righty on righty with Burger up at the dish than have Josh Smith lefty-lefty. Josh Smith lefty-lefty has been terrible this season. I understand they're probably trying to save some bullets for later. That was a big moment. That was a really big moment. And I just don't understand why you continue to throw Josh Smith out there. Smith lead off again, Swolger. That's what I'm saying. I know he had the base hit to lead off the game today, but he has had some big moments where he has struck out, and he has not come through. That last at bat, perfect example. Josh Smith has not been good for Texas over the last probably 6 to 8 weeks. I don't understand why they continue to hit him up leadoff. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, and I don't understand why they hit him against a lefty. Josh Smith has been bad against lefties. We're going to read you the lefty splits. I know y'all believe me, but let's just read it. By the way, Bosley coming into the game. Woof. Talk about waving a white flag. Caleb Bosley making his way into the ball game. No disrespect, but Boz has not been great. Has not been good in his last several outings for Texas. All right, those Josh Smith splits while we're at a commercial break. So, by the way, Josh Smith over his, last 7 games, a little bit more respectable. Last 15, he's hitting 196. Last 30, hitting 196. The OPS is slightly above 500. Here are the splits, though. Josh Smith against lefties has a 506. 506 OPS. Does that sound like a guy you want up in clutch time? A guy with a 506 OPS against lefties? I mean, look, Burger has got a better OPS against righties than that. I guarantee you Burger is above 506 against righties. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Rangers definitely let this one get away. Devlin, 100%. Really unfortunate. You had so many teams losing. And you never know. You never know. The Rangers, just like last night, could make something special happen here. You've still got 6 outs to play with. The cardiac Rangers last night. I don't want to doubt them, but it doesn't feel great going down by 3 runs right here. Mick J, it was getting dicey. I mean, I know some people are going to say, why did you pitch to Marte? I mean, there's a couple of things at play here. First of all, there were no outs, so you're going to put Marte on to load the bases and bring up Perdomo? Not the smartest idea either. Perdomo has had a good series, and he hits well against the Rangers. So for me, I don't think that walking Marte or not pitching to him was the best call there either. I think you had to pitch to him. And honestly, the pitch that he homered on, it wasn't even a strike. It caught a lot of plate, but it was probably 4 to 5 inches below the zone. He just went down and got it. It's a better piece of hitting. You cannot allow the number 8 and 9 hitter to reach base like Hobie Milner did. That is the mistake. You cannot allow 8 and 9 to get on base back-to-back. And that's what Hobie did. He has not been good of late. Has not been good of late. Yeah, Rangers looked like they were ready to win this one, and they might still win, but it's going to take another miracle here. Yeah, the managing, definitely a little bit of a question mark. I don't get Josh Smith continuing to hit lefty-lefty. And you guys know I like to be careful. I've already done the Josh Smith video. I've already made the Josh Smith TikTok. I really don't want to keep going in on Josh Smith, but it does boggle my mind that we continue to hit him leadoff. It boggles my mind that Bochy let him hit in a big spot, lefty on lefty. I'm sorry, you've got enough people on the bench. You've got enough people on the bench right now. You'd be all right. Bosley's going to get a generous strike 3 call. Should have probably been ball 3. We'll take it. Generous strike 3. Bosley gets the job done. Rangers have 6 outs to play with here. Langford, Peterson, and Tellez coming up next. Mariners have definitely been awful lately. 100%. They have not been good. We keep on going. Josh Smith and his anti-team attitude. Yeah. I don't know if I want to get too far into the psychoanalysis with Josh Smith, but I will say this. You take all that out of it, I tell you, he's got a sub-200 batting average over his last 15 and 30 games. Does that sound like a guy that needs to be leading off? Thoughts on the upcoming batters? Wyatt Langford. We had also Jock Peterson, Rowdy Tellez as well. Langford 0 for 2, does have a sac fly. Peterson 1 for 3. Rowdy Tellez 0 for 3. I'll start with Rowdy. Rowdy is definitely in a bit of a slump right now. You look at his numbers most recently over his last 7 games. He's hitting .095. Last 15 games, Rowdy is hitting a .175. It would be nice to get Rowdy going here. He has not been in a good way over the last couple of weeks. Has not been in a good way. Jock Peterson, look, these are the guys you want up. You'd love for Langford and Jock to reach, and Rowdy hits one of his patented 3-run bombs. I'd love to see it. But Rowdy has not been in a good way. And I think that the Rangers will take whatever they can get right now. You got to get 1 or 2 runs here. You don't want to leave the 9th inning to a 3-run deficit. You want to get at least 1 or 2 here. We keep on rolling. Yeah, Dan, I hear you, man. It's a disappointing game. There's no doubt about it. Don't take it the wrong way. And I think you guys can hear the tone of my voice. You understand. It's disappointing, but you know what I'm going to say. You're not winning the last 21 games. You're just not. You're going to drop games. This is a game where you had basically a spot starter throwing. Not necessarily the worst start from Jacob Latz, but I don't think that this is the worst thing in the world. You didn't have to win every single game the rest of the season. Does it hurt because the Mariners lost? The Houston Astros lost? 100% it does, but we can't blow up every loss, man. We just can't. We cannot blow up or melt down after every L. You can't have a lot of them down the stretch, but you're not going to go 20-0 the rest of the season. You're not going to go 21-0. We got to keep it in perspective here. Now, look, you lose the series tomorrow. If you're not able to come back tonight and you lose the series tomorrow, that is not ideal. However, a lot of it depends on what happens with Seattle and with Houston. If they keep losing, you have to make sure that you're keeping this all within context. Right now, you're a game and a half back. That's nothing. That's nothing. And if you lose, you're still a game and a half back tonight. That is nothing. And yes, KC is close behind. I can't worry too much about the teams immediately behind. We don't play Kansas City. We do play Cleveland. But can't worry about somebody creeping up. You're not going to win every ball game. It's just how it goes. Kumar Rocker, I'm pretty sure, is in like the developmental list at this point. He is not pitching. Has not pitched since August 7th, I want to say. Bullpen Soldier is absolutely a concern right now. I mean, look, Chris Martin coming back helps. You've got a couple of other guys I think that you really trust right now. I think Danny Coulomb must be hurt. I don't know why he hasn't pitched since last Tuesday. Must be hurt. Wyatt Langford retired, by the way. Ground ball to shortstop. Jock Peterson coming up next with one out. Yeah, Danny Coulomb has not pitched since last Tuesday. Just kind of weird. I wonder what's going on there. I mean, with rosters expanding, you know that maybe they're giving guys some rest who might have otherwise needed to go on the IL. Maybe he's one of them. Rangers, by the way, right now would go back to 4.5 games in the AL West with a loss. They'd go back to 1.5 games if they were to lose in the wild card race. So you're basically 4.5, 1.5 if you don't get the win. If you do get the win, you're a half game, and then you are 4 games. So there you go. You're 3.5, or you're a half. If you lose, you're 1.5 or 4.5. We got strike 2. I have no idea what that call was to Jock Peterson. That was nowhere close. Maybe that's a little makeup call. That was terrible. Whew, that was bad. Jock is going to take, and he is kind of smiling a little bit, wondering if that one was going to be the one that rings him up. Rashi in the game right now. Now, remember, the Diamondbacks bullpen is not elite. We were talking about that last night. This bullpen is not elite. They can give up some runs. They're not the worst bullpen in baseball, but they are definitely not the best. You never know, but Jock Peterson getting on here sure would be helpful. Sure would be helpful. Ball 2 to Jock, who's 1 for 3 on the night. Here's the pitch. And Jock is going to put this one in play. Rangers will be in business here. Exactly what you needed to see. Hopefully we can get at least one back in this inning. That would be huge. Jock with a nice single right side. Gets past the second baseman. Corbin Carroll fields it, flips it in. And Rangers have one on. I think you got to get to 3 here. You got to get to 3. Find a way. That was a tumbling curveball. Jock just sat back on it. Beautiful piece of hitting. Exit velo at 107 off the bat. Good stuff from Jock. Multi-hit from him. 2 for 4 on the evening. Now you just got to get Rowdy going, man. You got to get the big boy going here. Rowdy, sub 100 average in his last 7 ball games. Got to get the big guy going here. Come on, baby. Ball 1. And ball 2. Rowdy in a favorable count. Sure would love a deep ball right here. Hey, what's good, D. Fernandez? How you doing, man? Rally time, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's get to 8 here. I would love to see that. 6 runs with 1 out would be impressive. Ball 3, I'm shocked that Rowdy got that call. Absolutely shocked with the strike that Jock Peterson took in the last at-bat. This one's right down the pipe, and Rowdy's going to take it for strike number 1. I didn't think he was going to get the green light there, but that would have been a nice green light swing. Literally right down the middle, 90-mile-an-hour fastball. That's BP, baby. Whew. Rowdy, pitch number 5 incoming, 3-1 count. And here we go. The rally continues here. Rowdy Tellez keeps the train moving. He's going to hit a ground ball that gets through. Jock Peterson is going to head to third base. Rangers have first and third. And now you have got a couple runners on, an opportunity to tie the ball game with one swing of the bat. Got to get one of these back right here. Need a productive out. I mean, look, of course we want to get them all back right now, but you just need to get a run here. You just need a run. You do not need to do too much. You just need to get a run. Cody Freeman, honestly, I mean, look, a lot can happen. Anything can happen. He's really the perfect guy to have up in this spot. Cody Freeman coming up on deck. Josh Young is on right now. I don't feel as good about about Josh, I got to say. But I hope that he proves me wrong. He's going to foul one off here. Josh Young, 0 for 3 on the night. You just hope Josh is up there with a simple mindset, man. You don't have to hit a home run here, buddy. You really don't. If you do, great. Just keep a good, compact swing. We don't need the big loop-de-doop swing, man. Now you're 0-2. You're 0-2. Quickly. Josh has definitely been an up-and-down player this year, and you hope this is an up moment for the guy. Seriously, he's going to take ball one. Josh has been so up and down this year. He has delivered in some big spots, and he's hit some big homers. He's gotten some big hits for Texas, but he has not come through in some pretty big moments as well. And it's just approach with Josh. It really is. It's approach. Wow, another generous call. Josh probably should have been rung up on strike 3 right there. He gets a gift. Let's see if he can do something with it. That looked like perfect top of the zone. I have no clue how he didn't get that call. No clue how he didn't get that call. Josh is lucky. Lucky as all get out, man. See if he can do something with it. Of course not. He's going to whiff on a pitch nowhere even close to the strike zone. That's ugly. I'm going to hold my tongue because you guys know where I'm at on Josh. It's ugly. It's ugly. I don't understand why Josh is your 5-hole hitter with a righty up. I mean, that is nowhere freaking close, dude. Nowhere close. I honestly don't know why Josh Young is hitting ahead of Cody Freeman at this point. Do not understand. What a terrible at bat. Just like literally the last thing you needed. Dude can't hit the pitches that are right in the zone fair. You can't hit the pitches that are right over the heart of the plate. You foul them off, and then you're swinging at crap to end the AB. Now we got to get Cody Freeman. It's up to him, man. It is up to him to do something. We got a 1-1 count right now. Please, man, if this guy hits a 3-run bomb, just like I said last night, I might levitate out of this seat. Called strike. That was painted. Look, it could have gone either way, but that was a painted pitch there from Rashi. Wow, not much you're going to do with that. Off speed, right on the black. There is not much you're going to do with that. Cody's going to shorten up a little bit, call a timeout here, try and get recalibrated. Home run ball goes a little bit out the window here. Cody going to choke up, I'm sure. Look, just put me in play. Put me in play, baby. Best chance might be, Dan, it might be with these two guys. If Cody can get on, I'd love to see Osuna come up with a shot. And it is not going to get done here, man. Cody is going to get retired. Rangers are going to go to the bottom of the 8th. Ground ball to third base. Flips it over to second. And the Rangers are done. Josh Young, baby. It really does go back to Josh. I'm sorry. I'm not blaming Cody Freeman for not coming through there. I'm blaming the dude that just needed to hit a ball into the outfield. Seriously, just hit a ball into the outfield, bro. I blame both Joshes tonight. Josh Smith and Josh Young. Just terrible from the guys that you're supposed to have as veterans. Just terrible at bats. I'm sorry. Bochy took out Osuna already. That's right, Swolger. My bad on that one. Green Arrow, come on now. What are you even talking about, bro? Look, at least Cody Freeman put the ball in play. Like, come on now. I mean, the baseball is a game of failure. Like, I don't even understand that comment. No, duh. But the guy that just has to make the simple, productive out, who's a veteran, who knows better, who swung at a pitch that barely hit the plate, my goodness. Ketel Marte, Ranger killer. We keep going. Josh needs to get sent down to low A. Which one? Which one? Both those dudes are making me upset right now. Both those Joshes. Young and Smith. Like, seriously, you need them to come through in big moments. So unclutch. And look, Josh has done it a couple of times, but the consistency is just not there. Young has done it. Obviously he had the big walk-off home run a couple of weeks ago in extras. The consistency just isn't there. TLC definitely had a big shot there. Yeah, Soldier, it's pretty routine. It really is. All right, Bosley back out, trying to keep it right at a 3-run deficit. Back-to-back hits by Jock Peterson and Rowdy Tellez get wasted by Josh Young and Cody Freeman. Strike one. We're going to have 5, 6, 7 for the Diamondbacks. Alexander up to bat right now. Rangers are allergic to bunting and overall smart baseball. I will say this. You're not really trying to bunt down 5-2. I would be with you if it was like maybe a 1-run game, maybe a 2-run game. In a 3-run game, you're not going to bunt. You're not going to bunt. You got 6 outs left. You're not trying to give away anything. So, look, I agree largely in this particular situation, though. I don't agree. I don't think you're trying to bunt. You're down 3 runs, and you've got limited outs left to play with. You're not bunting here. Now, again, philosophically, by and large, I would love to see the Rangers play a little bit more small ball. And all the longtime listeners, you guys have heard me say that a million times. But you're not playing small ball there in the top of the 8th inning. You're not trying to give away a free out. Outs are your most precious commodity at that point. So you're not trying to give away anything. You're trying to keep the hit train going. And you're just hoping Josh Young can give you a productive AB where at least he gets home Jock Peterson from third base. But, it's frustrating. Josh, with that stupid loop-de-doop swing, it doesn't matter what count it is. There's no shortening up. It is very frustrating. It's that big, long swing, and it never changes. It frustrates me to no end. Cody Freeman, about the only Ranger that knows how to shorten up a little bit with 2 strikes. All right, we keep going. Appreciate all the comments, everybody. Wish we could be hanging out under better circumstances. Look, the Rangers have won a lot of games in a row here. I think we're going to be able to move on from this one. Quick turnaround tomorrow, but you sure would have loved to get this done with everybody losing in front of you, Mariners and Astros included. I guess you flip it, silver lining, at least you're not losing any ground. We keep going. Bosley 2-2 to Alexander right now, making him work a little bit. I wish Freeman and Osuna were higher, especially with Heim being after them. Certified bench warmer, I'm with you. Bosley's going to get the strikeout here of Alexander, by the way. I'm with you. Like I said it in the moment, emotional, but I do not understand Josh Young hitting above Cody Freeman at this point. There is nothing that Josh Young has done this year over an extended period of time that makes me want him hitting over Cody Freeman. Give me Cody Freeman at 5. I don't even care. Give me Osuna at 6. Give me Josh Young 7th, 8th, or 9th. I do not want to see Josh Young anywhere near the heart of my order. If he hits a home run from the 7, 8, 9 spot, thank goodness. I do not want to see Josh Young anywhere near the heart of my order. Limited amount of games left. Actually, this is an interesting one, Ryan. Thanks for the comment here. I was actually going to talk about this a little bit. You beat me to it, bud. Great comment. Curvelo in the 6th did interest me a little bit. I was a little bit curious about the move. I do think up 2-0. I know in the 6th inning, you're definitely, still kind of early on in the ball game. But I would have loved to have seen one of the big arms come in there. You just don't know who is available. Like if Coulombe's available, great. Maton, could you have thrown Maton in there? I really would have loved to have seen a little bit of a higher leverage arm. I like Crivello a lot. You guys know that. But in the 6th inning, I do kind of wonder, was the move to go to more of a high leverage arm at that point? I think yes, but it's a tough call because you don't know who exactly is available and who's not. Keep rolling. Time for Milner to go. Can't throw over 85, 87. So predictable. He hasn't been good lately. He has not been good lately. Why no Berger tonight? Didn't he earn the start? Byron, it's a great point. A lot of people are calling out Bruce Bochy and some of the different decisions that he's made. Here's a ball served into right field, and Duran's going to get it in quickly. Holds Vargas to a single. So we got one out. Bottom of the 8th, Diamondbacks up 5-2. I do think that you should have at least benched Smith in the 7th inning and put in Berger. Josh Smith, of course, didn't strike out, grounded out to end the top of the 7th inning. I thought Berger in that spot would have been a much better choice. I don't understand why you like lefty on lefty with Smith better than righty on righty with Berger. Like I said, Josh Smith is hitting a little bit above 500 in terms of OPS against lefties this year. Dude's got like a 505 OPS against lefties. I'd much rather take my chances righty on righty, Jake Berger, because they would have brought in the righty to face Jake there. Maybe Natalie Berger's not 100%. That's about the only thing that makes sense to me. Don't give me any of that nonsense that, you didn't want to throw too many guys out there and burn too many of your bullets. Top of the 7th inning, man. It's put up or shut up time, man. You got to score runs, and you got guys on base to do it. Jake Berger, huge triple last night that really got the party started in the 9th inning. I would have loved to have seen Berger come up in the 7th with 2 outs and an opportunity. You wonder sometimes, Bochy just is so loyal to the veterans, so loyal to the vets. Like, again, the reasoning behind Josh Smith hitting leadoff continually is anybody? Like, why do you still even think about Josh Smith hitting leadoff at this point? I don't get it. I really don't. There's no defending it. There's no reasoning at all. I think the Rangers won't take the AL West, but will have a chance at the wild card. Yeah, Rowan, you never know. You don't know. Look, the silver boot is going to be interesting. If you get a sweep in either direction, Astros sweeping, Rangers sweeping, that's going to determine quite a bit. Maybe you'll just get a basic 2 out of 3, not a 4-gamer. So you're going to get either 2 out of 3 or you're going to get a split either way. You're going to get a sweep either way. So we'll see how the silver boot goes. I think we're going to know a lot more after that. Yeah, Justin, I think you're right. And I think Bochy did say as much, by the way, the comment. I swear Bochy just wants to save guys' confidence in a slump. I understand, but, dude, I'm not worried about one guy's feelings right now. You've got 20-something freaking games left. I'm not worried about one man's feelings. Josh Smith can cry himself to sleep at night because you moved him out of the lineup spot. You moved him out of the leadoff spot. Seriously. Like, dude, go cry about it if you're upset and butthurt because you got moved down. Like, I'm sorry, Josh Smith can read. He can read the slash line over his last 15 or 30 games. I don't think it should take anything other than just a simple look at the slash line over his last 15, last 30 to figure out why he's moving out of the leadoff spot. I do think that Langford should be the leadoff. I've said that many times. I do think Wyatt Langford should be the guy. Duran, by the way, in a 1-1 count right now. Maybe he can get the party started here. It's going to take a bit of a miracle here down 3. But thanks for hanging out to all y'all. Appreciate you guys. Ricardo, Young is not my favorite Ranger right now to have up at the plate. I do like Josh Young. I know, obviously, on the show, we do critique players. And some people cannot handle that when they listen in and when they watch. Duran is going to fire one down the right field line, right on cue. He's going to get to second base easily. Carroll fires it in. Rangers in business here. You never know. Again, this is not an elite bullpen. You never know. You get a couple guys on, you get a blast, game tied. Who knows? But look, Josh Young and Josh Smith, both of those guys, you just need like average out of them. You don't even need both of them to be elite. Right now, you're getting sub from both of those guys. You're getting sub-average performances from both Joshes, and it just is not going to play when you're hitting those guys up at the top. Jonah Heim up right now. Jonah, if you get on base, my goodness, I take it all back, buddy. Just keep this thing going, please. Jonah, I take it all back if you get on base right now. Big extension coming your way. Just get on base, buddy. Come on. Or 0-2. Or 0-2. Jonah. Come on, baby. Jonah 0 for 2 on the night. Does have a walk, I believe. Don't get the approach here. Jonah's going to take ball 1 on pitch 3. Jonah is, look, he's playing some of his last games with the Rangers. Hopefully he can go out with a bang last few weeks here. You would love to be able to get cash considerations for Jonah Heim instead of a straight-up non-tender, and I do believe that is what's on the line right now. I think with Jonah, he's either getting non-tendered, they're going to straight-up release, or maybe they can get cash consideration. Somebody will give a little bit of cash for Jonah Heim. Maybe. Jonah, can you just walk here? Can we get a walk? Can we get a swinging bunt that just happens to get you on base? Come on, baby. Ball 2. Jonah hanging in there. Rangers, no out. Runner on second is Duran, down 5-2. And Jonah takes ball 3. Ball 3, baby. Come on, Jonah. Come on. Wild pitch, by the way. So Duran is going to head over to third base. Not that it really matters at this point, but we'll see what ends up happening. You're at least hopefully going to be able to get 1 run on the board here. All right, 3-2 count. Rashi, by the way, at 34 pitches, he's getting up there a little bit. You got to imagine he may be tiring just a little bit. Here's the pitch. Jonah's going to ground 1 to second. He's been doing that well all game long. Rangers do score a run here, but they do have to sacrifice one of their 3 outs here in the top of the 9th. It's 5-3 Rangers. Gonna have to start over. Jonah's literally had about 3 hits, I swear, tonight, just like that one. I mean, dude doesn't even have to think about it. Just in his sleep, he's hitting ground balls to second base. Tailor-made. Candy hops. All right, here we go. Hellman. Ball 1. Looked like he was like showing bunt there, maybe just to throw the pitcher off a little bit. And he is going to foul off a pretty hittable pitch on pitch number 2 here. And that was right over the heart of the plate. It's kind of what we've been saying about the Rangers all year. I thought he went deep, man. I really did, but it quickly went foul. He nearly had a home run there. I didn't get too excited. I saw it curving a little bit too quick. Ugh. Swolger, fair point. At least he got the run in. Would have been nice to have that back. Now it would be a 5-4 ball game if Josh Young could have done his job. All right, you've got 1 and 2 right now. Pretty filthy pitch there from Rashi. You're not going to do much with that pitch number 3. High and tight off speed. Hellman is going to take a fastball right down the pipe. I have no clue what bro is looking at. What are you looking for here, my guy? What are you looking for? Hellman's 2 for 4 on the night. It's hard to get upset with him, but I just do not understand what we're looking for there, buddy. You got 2 strikes. I know you're maybe not thinking he's going to pump a fastball right over the heart of the plate. That's why you expect the fastball and you make adjustments when you don't get it. That's why you keep the weight back, you sit fastball, and then you make adjustments. I don't know why these guys go up there guessing. You have to sit fastball, and then after that, you make adjustments to anything else. And fittingly, Josh Smith grounds out to end the ball game. Rangers are going to drop this one by the score of 5-3. I better not see this man hitting leadoff tomorrow. He doesn't have to sit the bench, but please stop hitting him leadoff. Please. I'm sorry. There's way too much on the line right now to be worried about Josh Smith's feelings. There's way too much on the line right now. You weren't going to win every game. It just is so unfortunate you led this game 2-0 and everybody in front of you in the playoff race lost. So unfortunate. Rangers lose out on a big opportunity. I do put, obviously, first and foremost on some of the vets that just had terrible games today. Look, Osuna, Freeman, they had 3 hits between them. Osuna plus Freeman was 3 for 5 with a walk. Everybody else not so good. Rowdy Tellez finally got a hit. Jock Peterson had 2 hits. Wyatt Langford goes 0 for 3. Josh Young goes 0 for 4. Jonah Heim goes 0 for 3. Just not good. Josh Smith goes 1 for 5. You have got to figure out this leadoff thing. I do not think it is time for Josh Smith to be put up on a pedestal because you're worried about spiraling him even more. Like, dude, it's time. Get him out of the leadoff spot. I'm tired of it. I don't care about the 3 for 3 game. That was a one-off. I think he's had a 3 for 3 game maybe one time this entire season. I don't care about the 3 for 3 game. I care about all the other games where he's going 0 for 4 or 1 for 5. You got to put Wyatt Langford at leadoff. I know he didn't have the best night tonight, but you just got to get Josh Smith out of this spot. You don't have to bench him. Can the guy hit 7th or 8th? Like, what is the big deal? I do not understand. Outside of the first pitch, Josh Smith was bad tonight. I just do not get why they continue. This guy doesn't take walks, does not hit the ball hard. I don't know what you see in him. He doesn't have elite speed. The intangibles are just so limited when it comes to Josh Smith at the leadoff spot. He would be a really nice player literally anywhere at the bottom of the order. You'd love to have him at the bottom of the order. I don't love wasting ABs on Josh Smith in the leadoff spot. I'd move just about anybody up. Like, literally right now, what I would do is I'd probably go Langford, Freeman, and then I'd go Peterson, and the rest can follow. But I'm probably going Langford, Freeman. And some of y'all I know are saying Freeman, Langford. I'm fine with that too. If you want to hit Cody Freeman leadoff, go for it. Cody Freeman hitting leadoff would be better than what you're getting out of Josh Smith right now. I don't know if I want Hellman up that high, Caleb. I don't trust Hellman enough. I know he had a nice night, and I know his numbers look good. I don't know if I trust Hellman enough up high like that. I actually really like him down at the bottom of the order, kind of being a second leadoff hitter. I think you actually leave Hellman alone, but I definitely think you need to get Freeman up in the top 2. Huge missed opportunity tonight. Really, really unfortunate. Duran hitting leadoff would probably be better. Absolutely. Haggerty, I think, is coming back soon, TLC. I think it is coming up pretty quick here. Soldier, this might be the point of the night. What are you doing putting your hottest hitters? What are you doing sandwiching your hottest hitters in between 2 of your worst hitters? So Cody Freeman, Alejandro Osuna, why are those guys hitting in between Josh Young and then Jonah Heim? Doesn't make a lot of sense. Whose spot does Haggerty take? I don't know. We'll see what they do when Haggerty comes back. That's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I really am curious. They obviously didn't have to make any moves with some of the guys coming back with rosters expanding, but you wonder when Haggerty comes back, what are they going to do? You know, maybe at that point you make an IL move for Dolly if he is not playing. I don't know. It's going to be very curious what they decide to do. Yeah, Caden, I think you have a point here. Caden says you got to stop platooning the catcher position. Heim is not helping. I do think there is something to be said. Kyle Higashioka might have to take one for the team, man, and play everyday catcher. I think we're getting to that point where Kyle Higashioka needs to play every day at the catcher position. Heim is not it. He's just not it right now. Almost an automatic out. And here's what I said, kind of a wild take, but, I mean, could you at least let Kyle Higashioka start every game on the road? Like, Kyle Higashioka is not good at Globe Life Field. The numbers are actually terrible for Higgy at Globe Life. They're off the charts good when he's away from Globe Life Field. Like, could we at least get Higgy every day on the road? West Coast Higgy? I'm sure he's going to be in the lineup tomorrow, but Jonah Heim is basically an automatic out right now. Just not good. I am good with Heim sitting more as well, TLC, 100%. Let's see, Dan. Freeman, Langford, Jock, Bombi. I mean, look, Adolis is out right now. We don't know how long. Tellez, Berger, Young, Higgy, and Smith. I'm probably going Freeman, Langford, Jock, and then I'm probably hitting Berger fourth, honestly. I don't know if you have a much better option. Rowdy hitting fourth. I mean, Rowdy has not been that good lately. He did have a hit. I'm probably hitting Jake Berger fourth. And look, that's kind of what you got to do at this point. You got to take what you got right in front of you. I think I would probably hit Berger fourth. Swolger, I'm kind of with you. Comment says, I don't want to say tomorrow is a must win, but you don't want to go on a 2-game losing streak and then face Hunter Brown on Friday. I agree. I really think you got to get the dub tomorrow. I don't want to say must win either because, look, if we lose tomorrow and Seattle loses and Houston loses, I kind of have to say, I don't want to say no harm, no foul, but it's not as big of a deal. It's when Seattle wins and Houston wins and then you lose that it really starts getting interesting. So it just kind of has to depend on the results around the league. Right? If Seattle takes an L tomorrow, Houston loses, and then you don't get the job done, you're probably all right. It's when you're taking losses and the other teams around you are winning. We keep going. Let's see. Corey, unfortunately, has been off for 2 years now. Well, I mean, maybe for his standards. Corey definitely not having a scrub year. Corey definitely not a terrible hitter this year by any means. But maybe by his standards, I would say I agree. A little bit down. Yeah, didn't lose any ground. I'm with you on this one, my guy. I think we all just feel the disappointment of not being able to take advantage of the people in front of you. I got to go watch the MLB Network interview. I really was hopeful to get to watch it before the game, but just didn't quite happen. By the way, Rangers dropped to 72-68 on the year. Go for win 73 tomorrow. Day game tomorrow, by the way. So at this point, we will not be live immediately after the game tomorrow, barring like some crazy extra inning affair. But I do plan on going live probably around 6, maybe 6:30 Texas time. I'll try and get the live scheduled so you guys on YouTube at least can see it. But we are not going to be live immediately after the game or during the 8th or 9th inning tomorrow. Like much of you do have a day job, will not be available immediately, but we'll be checking out the game and we'll hopefully get to see quite a bit of it. But yeah, I'm probably going to shoot for probably a 6 p.m. Texas time live if I can. Yeah, Milner coming in that spot, it was definitely interesting. However, Caden, the one thing you got to remember, Ketel Marte switch hitter. So at some point, you were going to have to decide, do you want to have them on the left side or the right side? So I hear you on that one. I definitely think Hobie Milner might need to take a step back from clutch situations. Danny Coulombe has not pitched in a week. I wonder what's going on with him. It would have been nice to use him tonight. I don't know if anybody's asked about Danny Coulombe, but I sure would like to know, why hasn't that guy pitched in 7 days? Look, Zach Gallen is on the mound tomorrow, correct? The Rangers actually have hit against him pretty well. We're going to preview that game here in just a little bit. Bo, they should just release Heim. I think a lot of you guys are on that page. And look, I'm ready to move on from Jonah. God bless him. Nothing against him personally, but he just hasn't been good the last 2 years. It is time to move on. It doesn't matter if he shows me a 20-game stretch here. I'm ready for Jonah to get to the next chapter. He's had a bad 2024. He's had a bad 2025. The defensive prowess that he sported really all of 2023 has just not been there. And I think at this point, he's going to be a non-tender. He might, if he has a decent last 20 games, get traded for cash considerations. But I don't think the Rangers are getting a prospect for Jonah Heim. I think at this point, a team might give you $1 million, maybe $2 million at the most for him. And you are getting him off your hands, getting him off your books. But, I don't think the Rangers would be losing much by getting rid of Jonah Heim at this point. Maybe the continuity with the pitching. But that's not a big enough reason for me to keep him around. I'm sorry. That can't be the crutch for the pitching staff. There's got to be other guys out there that can at least contribute with the bat a little bit better than what Jonah can. Keep going here. Astros take the West. Same old, same old. Wow, after getting smoked by the Yankees, nice. That's hilarious. Astros have been pretty terrible, honestly, the past couple of weeks. I think any Astros fan will tell you that. It is not looking good for them right now. We'll see what happens. This weekend's going to be huge. Even if you lose tomorrow and the Astros win and the lead balloons to 5.5, you sweep that series, and now it's 2.5 like that. McJay, we'll see you later, man. Have a good one. Appreciate you. So, look, I got to say, it's pretty hilarious Astros fans coming into the chat after a Rangers loss with how terrible they've been playing the past, probably 2 or 3 weeks, honestly. But you do you. Mariners would be in first if they could win on the road. Yeah, Mariners are having some issues. Really, both teams, Mariners and Astros, are not on point right now. Rangers still the hottest team in baseball. I think the Giants, the Giants may have taken that over, actually. I got to see. The Giants were like the only other team within the vicinity. Yankees have won 8 of their last 10. Rangers have won 8 of their last 10. The Giants have won 9 of their last 10. Giants are still 5 games out in the wild card in the NL, but they have won 9 of their last 10. That tells you how bad they had fallen. Pretty crazy. Rangers still among the hottest teams in the AL. It's Yankees, Rangers, 2 hottest teams right now. So I feel great about where the Rangers are at. You're 1.5 games out of a playoff spot. You got plenty of games left. No, you don't have games left against the Mariners, but you do have a number of them, 6 left against the Stros. You still control your own destiny. That's the beautiful thing about this. You control your own destiny. I think that the Rangers are going to be all right. You got to recalibrate quickly here. Jack Leiter has got to be on tomorrow. You have got to get the Leiter that's come out the last 2 starts and been lights out, pun intended there. So we'll do the review. We'll do the preview, I should say, of Jack, see what he's done against the Diamondbacks in his career. And we'll go the other way as well. How have the Rangers fared against Zach Gallen? That is coming up shortly. We are going to wrap this one up box score-wise. We already talked about Josh Smith, Wyatt Langford. Josh Smith 1 for 5. Not sure he needs to be in the leadoff spot tomorrow, but we'll see. Wyatt Langford 0 for 3 tonight. Did have an RBI sac fly early on in this one. Jock Peterson 2 for 4. Great to see him going multi-hit. The quest for 200. Jock is at 181 for the batting average right now, trying to get back above that Mendoza line. Tonight was a good start. Rowdy Tellez definitely slumping. Was nice to see him get a hit in that 8th inning. Still did not get anything out of it, but look, Rowdy, definitely a guy you could use right now, especially with Doley going out. Hopefully he can continue play off of that hit that he had in the 9th inning, get back to mashing the baseball for Texas. Josh Young was 0 for 4 with 2 Ks, really reverted back to some of his old ways when he was benched. Just did not look comfortable up at the plate. Free swinging. No approach up there in some of these ABs. Just not good. Cody Freeman was great. 1 for 3 with the walk. Continues to be a spark plug. That play where he came around all the way to score from first base on the Osuna hit was incredible. Osuna was 2 for 2 on the night. Had an RBI as well. Was subbed out for Duran. Duran actually came up, slapped a double the other way. And these guys are your hottest hitters right here. Freeman, Osuna, Duran. Those 3 guys are your hottest hitters. They need to be up higher in the order right now. Jonah Heim 0 for. Mike Hellman 2 for 4. He continues to swing a good bat. I like Hellman hitting down lower just so you have kind of that second leadoff. But it's tough. You got Mike Hellman raking, and then you got Josh Smith in the one hole grounding into double plays. That happened multiple times. Hellman gets on base. Josh Smith quickly gets out. It's frustrating. Really frustrating. Yeah, look, Skeeb's 100%. Like, Major League pitching, it's good. But, yeah, Josh Young has been doing this all year, swinging at crap, swinging at pitches that are absolutely terrible all year. Do I think Bochy's gone? I think it's going to be up to him. I don't think they're going to fire him or, not renew the contract. I think if Boch wants to come back next year, they're going to have him back. Ed, Higgy absolutely needs to be hitting on the road. I mean, this guy rakes on the road. I'm going to read you the Higgy splits right now just so you understand what I'm talking about. But Kyle Higashioka needs to be starting every road game, period. Let me read you the road splits, and you'll understand it in a heartbeat. On the road, away from Globe Life, Higgy is a 795 OPS hitter. I mean, that is average to above average. I will take a catcher with a 795 OPS any day. Higgy, 273 average, 795 OPS on the road. Get him back to Globe Life. He's a 231 hitter with a 640 OPS. It is night and day home and away for Kyle Higashioka. This guy needs to be starting every single game the Rangers play away from home. Every game. I don't even understand why it's a question. I guess we can stomach the Jonah Heim home games. Just give me away game Higgy, please. All right, we keep going. Appreciate everybody. Yeah, need the Mariners to keep losing, my guy. Good to see you. Need the Mariners to keep losing. Rangers, hopefully, will get the dub tomorrow. That's the plan. Yeah, Jack, I'm with you. Look, you won 6 in a row. Like, you're not going to win 20 in a row. I mean, you can, but it's not super likely. So the Rangers take the L tonight. If you can get a series win tomorrow, it's all good. It is all good. We keep going. Let's see. You rarely start the same catcher when there's a day game followed by a night game. Ben, so what you're saying is there's a good chance we're going to see Higgy tomorrow. Look, I know that it was definitely going to be tough with the night game, day game, back-to-back, but still, if you could just see a little bit less of Jonah Heim on the road and a lot more Higgy, I'm there for it. They are, and you know what's crazy is they could have maybe kept some of their guys. Imagine if they kept Suarez and if they kept some of their other guys that they traded, but they traded at the deadline. They're still fighting. Shoot, they just lost Gurriel. Gurriel, by the way, if you didn't hear, Diamondbacks outfielder tore the ACL on that play. Out for the season and maybe even out for a little bit of next year. Wild. Yeah, Mason, it does kind of seem that way sometimes. This one made me laugh, man. We need a little comedic relief after a loss like this. Yeah, I think that at this point, Josh Young, he needs to be hitting lower. Cody Freeman, Osuna, some of those guys, you need to get them higher up in the order. Have to. Jack, I'm with you, man. We're going to get to that day game preview here in just a second. By the way, Rangers pitchers, Curvelo does get a blown save tonight. He came in, did give up a hit that ended up allowing the Diamondbacks to tie the game. ERA 4.76, no earned runs. It was charged to Jacob Latz, who almost had a quality start tonight. It's really too bad. Latz was not dominant tonight, but he got a lot of outs, and he just ran into a little bit of trouble in that 6th inning. Milner was not good. The ERA is over 3 at this point after being below 2 for a long time this season. Hobie Milner, The stats have now updated. Hobie Milner over his last 7 games has a 15.43 ERA. That's right, 15.43 in his last 7 games. He's given up 8 runs in 4 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 11 hits in those 4 2/3 innings pitched. It's not good right now for Hobie. I really hope that the Rangers can get him right, but for right now, I think you have to demote him out of high leverage. Have to demote Hobie out of high leverage. I hate to say that, but it's too risky at this point. I don't know what's going on with Danny Coulomb, but I'd love to see him get an opportunity and kind of slide into that Milner role that he occupied for most of the year. Bosley actually wasn't bad tonight. We said they were waving the white flag with Caleb out there. He actually came and shut us up. No earned runs, 2 Ks, inning and a third, only 1 hit allowed. Gave the Rangers a shot. The Rangers just did nothing with the opportunities they had in the 8th and the 9th. Save, a Jonah Heim ground ball RBI there to get it back to 5-3. Disappointing game. But hey, I do want to say a special thank you to everybody hanging out tonight. Look, the real ones hang out, win or loss, rain or shine. And I appreciate all you guys a lot. Special thank you to all of my paid subscribers on TikTok, paid members on YouTube. A lot of ways to support the show, the comments, the watch time, the likes. A couple of y'all probably giving gifts at some point on the show. I really, really appreciate that. And look, a few months ago, we started a paid subscription, $2.99 a month. Gets you exclusive access to our Right on Rangers Discord, which has been awesome over the past 3 months. Consider it. I might not be for you, but I'd love to have you a part of it. Only thing really that I've monetized on the channel, bottom left corner, hit that subscribe button right next to the chat if you're interested on TikTok. And if you're interested on YouTube, go ahead and paste this link, copy and paste it into a browser of your choice. Dropping that right now. Thank you so much for considering it. And I appreciate all the ways that you support the show. Liking the videos, sharing them, watching them, dropping a comment. It does not get taken for granted. Seriously. Appreciate all you guys a lot. Let's get to the preview of tomorrow's game, and then we are going to sign off for the night. So tomorrow, you've got Jack Leiter versus Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen has not been unhittable this year. Look, a couple of years ago, 2022, 2023, Zach Gallen was ace level in the league. I think he's fallen off a little bit. You're talking about a 4.94 ERA, 10-13 record on the year. Jack Leiter 9-7 with a 3.77 ERA on the year. Here's how the Diamondbacks have fared against Leiter. Alexander 1-for-1 with the homer. Corbin Carroll 0-for-3. Del Castillo, the catcher, 0-for-2. Locklear 2-for-2. Ketel Marte 0-for-2 against Jack Leiter. Perdomo 1-for-3. Alec Thomas 0-for-2. Small sample size, but I like seeing some of the 0-fers. Maybe that can be at least a fortuitous stat line for Jack as he goes into the start tomorrow, looking to get the Rangers another series win. On the flip side, Zach Gallen against the Rangers. Jake Berger. I think we're going to see Berg tomorrow. Berg is 3-for-5 with 2 bombs off Zach Gallen. Criminal if you don't see Jake Berger tomorrow. Zeke Duran, 3-for-6. Hopefully we see Zeke tomorrow too. Adolis Garcia not going to be playing tomorrow. He's 0-for-6 though against Zach in his career. Cody Freeman never has faced Zach Gallen. Hellman and Higgy, neither have any of them. Jonah Heim better be getting the day off tomorrow because Jonah Heim is 0-for-12 against Zach Gallen in his career. I think it might be time to give the Heim time a breather. Needless to say. Josh Young, 0-for-6. Might be a good off day for Josh as well. 0-for-6 against Zach Gallen. Wyatt Langford, 2-for-2. Dylan Moore, newly acquired from the Mariners, 0-for-5. Jock Peterson, not going to be able to do the stat line perfect here, but Jock has got a 148 average and 27 ABs against Zach. He does have a home run against Gallen, does Jock Peterson. Josh Smith, 1-for-5. Rowdy Tellez, 1-for-9. So you got a few guys in there. Zeke Duran, Jake Berger, Wyatt Langford, that have seen the ball pretty well out of Zach Gallen's hand. Hopefully the Rangers offense can get back to cooking with gas tomorrow. Tonight was not great. You had Cody Freeman and Alejandro Osuna doing work, but beyond that, Maybe Jock Peterson, you throw him in there, Michael Hellman. But the big moments, that's what killed us tonight. A lot of double play balls, a lot of strikeouts when you needed the ball put in play. Just not great. Look, I'd rather Zeke in there as well. Colby, not sure what's going on with Hobie. You know, I do think there's probably a little bit of league adjustment going on. You know, the league always is getting the film and the tape on guys. Maybe there's some tendencies getting picked up. Hobie does not throw anything overpowering, right? He's good at placement, that sweeper. I think right now Hobie is probably getting matched up a little bit too much with righties per some of your guys' points on that. Some people were asking, why are you throwing him against some righties? He's been actually pretty good against righties this season, but maybe it's time to do a little bit more lefty-lefty matchups. Bryce, you make a good point. Probably is some fatigue. Hobie has been used a lot this year. I think they need to take a step back with Hobie in these high leverage roles and maybe just bring it back a little bit. Maybe let him pitch in a little bit of a softer landing spot. Let's see how he does here in the coming days, in the coming weeks. There's not many left, but I don't know if you can keep throwing Hobie out there with how unpredictable and volatile he is right now. You're talking about a 15-plus ERA in his last 7 games. I mean, look, last time I checked, that's not good. All right, let me check comments a couple more times, and then we're going to get out of here. Let's keep going here. Did I see? Yes, I did see the benches clear. Didn't really watch the whole thing. Was mainly locked into the game tonight. But yes, did see that. Have to go back and watch the replay on it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We might get some rain here in Vegas. It only rains maybe, I would say probably less than 10 times here in a given year. Might be a little rainy tomorrow here in Vegas. A nice little change of pace. Everybody kind of goes nuts here whenever it rains, though. The driving gets terrible. Everybody gets a little crazy. Literally probably rains 10 times or less in a given year here. Very unlike Texas. By the way, tomorrow, once again, we will be live. Probably not right after the game, but you're thinking maybe 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m. Texas time, 4:30 p.m. Vegas time. That's kind of the plan right now. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll try and schedule the live at some point during the day so you guys can see. I'll try and do some live tweeting during the game, give you my thoughts here and there. Follow me over on X. I'm also on Blue Sky, Facebook, and a number of different other socials, Threads as well. Follow me on one of those if you want to get some of my live reaction during the game. Trust me, it's not going to be like every AB, but if something significant happens, whether we're pitching or whether we're batting, we'll probably post about it and then catch the show right afterwards. Hopefully we're talking about a Rangers win and a series win. By the way, TikTok, we are getting super close to 10,000, man. If you have not hit that follow button yet, please do so. We are at 9,968 followers. 9,968. We are 32 followers away from 10K, baby. Big milestone for us at Ride on Rangers, getting to 10K on TikTok. We hit 2K on YouTube a little while ago. If you have not hit that follow button yet, I would greatly appreciate it. You catch the vibe of the show, hopefully. We just hang out and talk ball. A lot of Rangers baseball. I will be on Thursday night for the Cowboys game, fourth quarter, post game. Probably think like 10 minutes left in the game. Not going to get on sooner than that. That's just not really my style. I like to watch the game, enjoy, maybe tweet about it a little bit, but we will definitely be live fourth quarter and post game for the Cowboys game as well. We do Cowboys, we do Longhorns, we do the Dallas Mavericks. We talk a little bit everything Texas sports, honestly, but we lock in on a lot of those DFW teams with the Longhorns kind of being the one exception. But we'll talk TCU, we talk SMU, we'll talk any football going on in Texas. Of course, we naturally have to talk a little Astros, mostly about the Rangers beating up on them. That's always a good thing. But it would be great to see you guys as much as you can make it. We're here pretty much, like I said, every day for Rangers, and we will be live after every football game, Longhorns and Cowboys this season too. So come hang out. That'd be great. Favorite college, Texas Longhorns. Matt, go Mavs 100%. Texas Tech. Hey, look, good for you guys. Longhorns dropped a little bit after losing to Ohio State in Columbus. Look, Texas Tech, Sean, I think I explained this to you with Tech. Used to really love cheering for Tech as kind of my second team. I like that they were from Texas, obviously. Longhorns are always the first love, but that 2008 Graham Harrell Crabtree game up in Lubbock against the Horns, that kind of ruined the Horns getting to the national championship that year. I don't know. I lost a little luster for Texas Tech as my secondary team. Yeah, Sean, exactly, man. It's just me being salty, bro. It's literally just me being salty. I would not mind right now seeing Texas Tech do well because they're not in the Longhorns conference anymore. It's kind of how I feel about TCU. I always used to like when TCU did well, but then when they got to the Big 12, obviously I had to start cheering against them. And then in some of the down days, I should say, of Texas Longhorns football in the 2010s, TCU and Texas Tech were beating up on Texas. So then I really couldn't cheer for them. So look, now that they're out of the conference, I can get on board a little bit more. Texas A&M, though, I cannot get on board ever cheering for those guys. I'm so sorry. Y'all are going to have to come and do some friendly trash talking. If you like the Aggies, you still got a place here at Right on Rangers, but your role is going to shift slightly to trash talker. Friendly trash talk, obviously, all fun and games. We tried to not make it get too personal here. It's hard in the moment, I know. But if you're an A&M fan, you're still welcome. Your role is just going to shift just a little bit. Same thing if you're a Sooners fan, Matt. Your role is going to shift just a little bit more to the trash talker side of things. I'm so glad football season's back, honestly. I am so glad college football is rolling. I'm glad NFL is back Thursday. I hope the Cowboys don't embarrass themselves Thursday night. But I'd love to have you guys coming and hanging out. We'll be live Thursday for Cowboys, Saturday for Longhorns, and then Rangers all the way in between. Probably do a couple lives on Saturday. We got the Longhorns game. Then we got the Astros-Rangers game. It'll be a busy Saturday for us here for a few weeks, but we love it. So please come and hang out. Thank you so much to everybody for supporting the show today. Really appreciate all you guys. And look, we're going to call it a night. Hope you guys get some sleep, get some good rest. Let's get up tomorrow, ready to get a series win. We'll flush this one out. Jack Leiter, can we please get a third start in a row of dominance? Please. Love to see that, and hopefully the bats can get going too. Can we get Josh Smith out of the leadoff spot? Can we move Cody Freeman up over Josh Young, please? I don't know. I'm not a rocket scientist, but these don't seem like moves that are very complex, that require a lot of critical thinking. Just me. Matt, I can't go with you there. I'm sorry, my guy. I can't go with you there on the Mariners, but you know what? It's going to be a fun stretch of games here. It's going to be a fun stretch of baseball here over the last 20 or so. Appreciate all y'all. Hey, as I always say to end every show, God bless and go Rangers.